Portageville. We are live from Portageville, bringing you high school football here on Channel 21, YHC-TV, and YHC-TV.com. I'm Tom Wagner. We're going to be joined along by Ron Riddle this evening, bringing this live broadcast from Portageville. And we are in, week 5 now? Are we in week 5, Ron?
Week 6, I believe.
Week 6, yeah. I think last week was right at the halfway point. Now week 6 of high school football here in southeast Missouri. And glad to be here. It's starting to cool off finally. We're starting to get some cooler weather now, some cooler nights. And right at the halfway point, going to be past the halfway point this evening. And Ron, we've had some very competitive football down here so far in Portageville. And Portageville got the Scott City Rams this week. Scott City's had a pretty good year so far, some big wins and putting up big numbers in their last few games.
Well, I think what's different from Scott City than the past is predominantly they've been a running team. And this year I think they're airing it out a bit more. So, you know, Coach May's done a good job adjusting his personnel that he has. And, you know, he sees that they're stronger in the passing game this year than the running game. So they've been taking advantage of that as of late. And Portageville has always, last few years, Coach Bullock's done a good job of airing the ball out. They got some pretty good balance, and I think this, it's going to be a real good contest tonight. Portageville and Malden, last game I had was that come down to, you know, the last possession. You know, and so it was so I think this might come down to the same thing. I expect a good game.
Yeah, it's a really good game. Malden and Portageville. And had a big delay in that one down here, over 30 minutes. I think it was past 30 minutes. Finally got that one over and come down to the very end. And knew that was going to be a close one down to the end. And Portageville just dropped one there against the Green Wave. And trying to answer back tonight with the Scott City Rams. So we'll see what happens tonight as we are getting set to finish up the coin toss here.
Looks like Portageville won the toss. And they're going to receive. Captains for Portageville tonight, number 2, Connell Barnes, a senior quarterback. Running back receiver is Sam Riggs, number 4, is also a senior. Bryce Roan's a guard middle linebacker. He's a senior for the Bulldogs. And number 68, Robert Allen Carter, he's a guard tackle, and he's also a senior. So they got some good senior leadership out there for the Bulldogs this evening. Scott City's captains were number 24, Sam Elders. He's a senior running back. Number 88, Sam Jordan. He's also a senior wide receiver. I couldn't get the other two numbers. They didn't have their jerseys pulled down far enough for me, so sorry. I'll get those two with you. Portageville's going to start their deep men for the return is number 11, Bub Lance. He's going to be joined also by number 5, Jacob Carter. 2 deep men for the Bulldogs. Scott City's getting set to kick here. Looks like just for the other, number 9, Jared Crafton's out there. Number 34 set to do the kicking for the Rams. That's Jimmy May.
Back deep to receive for the Bulldogs. Number 11, Bub Lance. Number 5, Jacob Carter.
Jacob Carter on the return. Knocked out of bounds by the Rams. That good starting field position for the Bulldogs. Nice kickoff by May for the Rams, and Carter getting some yardage back. Ball's on the Portageville 28-yard line. They'll start their 1st and 10. Number 2, Connor Barham, the quarterback. Number 20, Kyle Adams, the running back, right next to him. Pass on the first attempt is incomplete. Intended for number 4, Sam Riggs. Probably a little too hot for Sam to catch that one right there, kind of off his fingertips.
Yeah, looking for a pretty simple just slant pattern right there. Try to get things going for the Bulldogs, just a little out of the reach. And the Bulldogs air it out. Boy, they put it up in the air quite a bit, running out of that spread system. Spread everybody out, try to get the ball to the playmakers, especially out on the outside.
A lot of times they'll look just 2 or 3 yard gain and kind of get everybody up, then they'll go deep on one. Like right there, just, nice little, about a 2 or 3 yard pickup. Complete to Sam Riggs. So what Portageville likes to do, Tyler, they're not a strong running team this year, but they'll take the short yardage passes and try to get the defense to come up a little bit, then they'll throw it over top of them.
Yeah, they'll certainly look for the plays down the field. The opportunities are there. They pretty much have a short, intermediate, and a deep passing game that they try to take advantage of whatever shows the defense shows them.
Pass incomplete for number 9, Jared Crafton. Eli Berry with some good coverage on there. It's almost a timing pattern there. He didn't get his head turned quick enough, but the defense saw it coming.
Yeah, it looked like a comeback pattern there on the outside, and Barham had a little heat in the backfield as they were coming off that left edge, and going to have to punt it away to the Rams.
Barham set to kick for the Bulldogs. Mays, the deep man back. He's just going to let it roll. So about the 21-yard line, the Rams will take over 1st and 10 from their own 21 after a good punt from Connor.
And we want to recognize one of our sponsors for this evening, Delta Auto Parts. Delta Auto Parts. For all your late model truck parts or auto parts needs, stop by Delta Auto Parts on Highway 62 north here in Portageville. They get you squared away. Colin Doherty and his staff bringing you high school football here on YHC. Appreciate Delta Auto Parts in Portageville.
Handoff up the middle. Sam Elders on the handoff. Some good yardage for the Rams.
Oh, nice defense. Gang tackle right at the line of scrimmage.
Terry Kirkwood and a host of Bulldogs met the quarterback Stratman. They read that one all the way. Spencer Stratman, number 11, quarterback for the Rams.
3rd and 2 coming up here for the Bulldogs. 10 minutes remaining here in the first quarter.
Handoff up the middle.
And a good stop. It's going to be short of the first down. So to bring up 4th down, likely punting situation here.
So 55, Ramsey Evans set to do the kicking for the Rams. Jacob Carter and Bub Lance deep in for the Bulldogs. Not returnable. Bulldogs take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory after a good punt by the Rams.
And 2 quick 3-and-out series for each team. Not getting any traction offensively. We'll see if the Portageville Bulldogs get some momentum here. Right at 9 minutes remaining here in the first.
Got a little surprising. Scott City come out, ran the first 3 plays. Thought they might come out throwing the ball, but see what Coach May has in store for his next possession. Barham looking to pass. Airs it out. Complete. Terry Kirkwood from the Bulldogs.
And big play down the left side. Kirkwood, tough over-the-shoulder catch. Spotted it just in time, brought it down into Ram territory. Big play for the Bulldogs. That's great. That's a great touch pass by Barham. That's a tough one. You know, Kirkwood was going to have a tough time. Looked like it was a corner route, and that's a tough one if the ball's more up the field as it was there. A great correction, finding that ball by Kirkwood, hauling it in for the long game.
Barham rolling out. Pass incomplete, intended for Sam Riggs. The ball was knocked down by the Rams defense. Tyler's what we talked about. You know, they had them short passes, and all of a sudden they get one deep one, and they go right back to the bread and butter, try to just get, pick up 2 or 3 yards on the first possession. Just under 9 minutes to go here. No score here in Portageville. Barham looking. Pass was too high. They intended for number 4 Riggs once again. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, the Bulldogs get a decent gain here. Could be a fourth down. Could put yourself in a position to go for it on 4th down. Pick up some yardage here. Oh, nice wheel route.
Nice pass. That was a nice little touch pass right there to Kyle Adams, number 20 from Conner Barham.
Yeah, Adams went on that looked like a wheel route out to the outside, and Scott City looked like they were in a zone defense. Nobody picking that up on the perimeter. Nice execution by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Connor's made 2 nice touch passes, and receivers have done a nice job of finding the ball and getting their head around to it and hauling it in. 1st and 10, Portageville. Barham on the quarterback keeper. Loss of a couple on the play. Got 2nd down and 12 for the Bulldogs. Just over 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Still no score in Portageville as the Bulldogs are hosting the Scott City Rams. Portageville still in their spread offense out of the shotgun. Barham looking to throw. Just over the reach.
It was a good look, and Crafton got open down that left side. Just a little out of reach. Just a little off the timing there. You can tell. I couldn't tell what kind of route he run there, but just a little out of reach, but a good look. You can tell that Portageville's looking to go down the field, and they've had the opportunities. The looks have been there. The separation's been there.
He came in like he's going to just do a little post right there, and he put the foot down and went to the corner. The defender was all thrown off. It was a nice move by him.
And trying to go down the field again, out of reach. Going to bring up 4th and 12. This long yardage situation here for the Bulldogs. Certainly going for it deep in Ram territory at the 28-yard line. 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter. No score between Portageville and Scott City. Tough down here, Ron. Long yardage, 4th and 12. It's a do or die down here, and yeah, it's certainly a hard yardage to pick up.
So they're definitely going to, at least get 12 or 13 yards. He's going to look deep.
And they go to the end zone. Terry Kirkwood couldn't quite. He was double covered, so he had a hard time getting head around to the ball, trying to find an opening downfield. Almost picked off. but it'll be 1st and 10 Rams with that turnover on downs at their own 28-yard line. 7:52 remaining here in the first. And a tough yardage to pick up there. Not a bad idea to just go to the end zone. Maybe something happens, maybe pick up a penalty, but good defense by the Rams. Double coverage was there, and they take over 1st and 10.
Spillman on the little pump and go there. Pass complete to number 88, Sam Jordan. Connor Barman on the tackle for Portageville. Number 1, Andrew Carter. Portageville defense did a good job that time. His first fake, and the cornerback stayed home, stayed with the receiver, so he didn't let him get behind him. So that was a good defensive play right there. Only give up those about 6 yards, it looked like.
And a quick out to the left side, incomplete.
I thought Crafton maybe took his head to the ball. He might have intercepted that ball. He was right there on it.
It'll be 3rd and 3.
7:08 left here in the first quarter. Rams looking to get a first down, get the ball moving, trying to get out of their own territory. Quarterback's keeper. Stops short.
Yeah, he's going to be short. Good pursuit as he tried to get in the open field. Good open field tackle to force the 4th down. 4th and 2 coming up for the Rams. And they're likely going to punt here. It's pretty dangerous territory to go for it. But we'll see here. Might see a little quick punt if they don't get the formation they like. Looks like they might be lining up to go for it. We'll see what happens.
Maybe try it.
Draw them off sides or maybe even a quick punt, but he's awful close to the line of scrimmage to be doing a quick punt. And they go for it. Handoff on the sweep, and he's drugged down in the backfield.
Handoff to May. He gets nowhere as he's met immediately by number 55, Bryce Rome from the Bulldogs.
And a bold move by the Rams, going for it on 4th and 2 in their own territory. And Portageville takes over on downs. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Good defense by the Portageville Bulldogs. Pretty bold move there, Ron, to go for it. And really, a play like that going, horizontal, you'd think you might maybe be more aggressive going at the line of scrimmage to get to that first down. But Scott City being aggressive here early on.
Yeah, trying to get 3 straight up, but like I said, he's going to go out wide. I was kind of surprised that after they didn't jump off sides, I figured he might have made an adjustment and punted, but quick pass here to Jared Crafton. Looks like he gets about right at 10 yards. Let's see where they spot the ball at. 6:12 left to go here in the first quarter. Still no score. He does get just enough for a first down, so that's going to move the chains for the Bulldogs. So 1st and 10, Portageville. On the Scott City 24-yard line. Barham looking to pass. Going deep again. Pass is complete. Touchdown.
And a flag on the play. Yeah, it looks like it'll be pass interference down the field, which that'll be declined, of course. But a great pass by Riggs to pull that in. Or a great catch by Riggs. Good pass by Barham. Getting the Bulldogs on the board. We'll see what the penalty is here.
It is.
Oh, it's holding. Oh, defensive holding. Excuse me. Defensive holding on
Scott City, and the Portageville declines it. So with that, it's 6-0 Portageville. Bub Lance set to kick the extra point for the Bulldogs. It's off and is good. So with 5:58 left to go here in the first quarter, Portageville strikes first and leads Scott City 7-0.
And, well, a great play down the field. They've been looking for that deep play down the field. The looks have been there. The separation's been there. They finally found it with Riggs at the right at the right pylon, and a great pass by Barham. Tell Portageville's really looking for that play down the field to really test the Rams secondary here early on.
Well, against Malden, they attacked the middle quite a bit. It seemed like maybe they feel that Scott City's doing a better job of containing the middle, so they're going to the corners more here early on. See how Scott City is going to make their defensive adjustments and see if Coach Bullock will counter that one. Right now the corners are open and Connor's getting some nice touches on there, and the receivers are doing a nice job of pulling those balls in. So after the score, Bub Lance set to kick off for the Bulldogs. 34, Jimmy May is back. So maybe 25, Kobe Hahn's also back.
Oh,
nice Good kick.
Into the end zone. That'll be an automatic touchback. Well, at the 20-yard line. Great kick by the Bulldogs. Great field position defensively. See if the Rams can answer back. They've had two. Haven't got a first down yet tonight. They had a 3-and-out on their first possession. Had a 4th down and 2 in their own territory at their own 38, and a turnover on downs. And really need some momentum with this drive to move the ball up the field to get some better field position. So we'll see what happens with the Rams' third offensive possession here.
Strabon on the quarterback keeper. Still on his feet. It's like 58, Lee Laws in on the tackle for the Bulldogs. And Strabon was able to pick up, looks like probably about 3 to 4 yards. They'll mark him down as 3, so it'll be 2nd down and 7. 5:20 left to go here in the first quarter. Handoff straight up the middle. Jimmy May picks up a couple yards for the Rams. Looks like Connor Barman on the tackle for the Bulldogs.
Got 3rd and 3 coming up here. A long 3. And see if
it's going to be a big play for the Rams right here.
Yeah, the Rams need to get a first down and keep the ball on the field. See what happens.
Handoff.
And stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a short loss.
55, Bryce Wrong with another good read for the Bulldogs. I think you're right. He was able to step up there and get him at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, good defensive showing here by the Bulldogs early on. This is the 3rd straight possession. The Rams unable to get a first down.
Scott City's not even thinking about the offside, trying to draw them off. They're just going to line up for the punt. Good punt.
Yeah, great punt. It's going to be inside the 20-yard line. Setting up Portageville, 1st and 10. Great punt.
Bub Lance signaled for the fair catch, then let it go, and took a friendly Scott City roll.
4:14 remaining here in the first quarter. 7-0. Portageville on top with a nice touchdown pass from Barham to Riggs. Get the Bulldogs on the board.
Let's see what Coach Bullock elects to do here on this possession. They just scored on their last one. Let's see if stay with the pass. Got Barham in the shotgun. Barham rolling out to his left. Pass just out of the reach, intended for a 48, Terry Kirkwood. .4:10 left to go here in the first quarter. Portageville leads 7-0 over Scott City. Coach Bullock calling the play in. Dropping, looking to pass. Going to air it out once again. incomplete, intended for Bub Lance. He had double coverage on him from Scott City.
Yeah, they're testing that perimeter defense of the Rams, going to Lance, even in double coverage. But Lance, pretty good athlete. He can muscle his way to get a catch among any defenders, but just a little off there. But certainly challenging the perimeter defense of the Rams. They think they've got a good advantage there, and we'll see if they keep challenging them or mix it up here. As we're starting to see a little bit more double coverage on the outside, we're seeing the defensive backs work over more to the outside down the field with the defense. And that one's almost intercepted. It was hung up.
So Barham was hit as he was just throwing that one, was able to get everything into it.
Yeah, 4th and 10 for Portageville. 4 minutes remaining, 7-0 score. Portageville on top.
Made the deep man back for the Rams to return it. Barham's a high kick, not much yards, but so the Rams start for the best field position of the night off the punt. We're going to start in the Portageville territory. Looks like about the Portageville 43-yard line. So 3:49 here to go the first quarter. Rams take over 1st and 10 in Portageville territory. It's been their best field position of the night. See if they can capitalize on it.
Yeah, that really good punt by the Rams on their last series really set them up for this one. They got a 3-and-out and a short punt by Portageville. Sets them up good here. Oh, and intercepted. And one man to beat. Yeah, what a play. Not sure if that would go down as a fumble or a pass interception. It was close. Hard to tell if the ball was knocked out before it was coming forward, but either way, a turnover picked up and taken all the way to the house.
68, Robert Allen Carter. That's about the only way he's going to get the touchdown, being a guard and defensive tackle. He's not going to touch the ball very much.
Fell right in the bread basket. You tell he paused for a moment, like, what do I do with this? And he just took off, got some good blockers out front to carry him all the way into the end zone.
Extra point attempt for Lance is no good after the interception or fumble return. One of those, Robert Allen Carter made it work and has some blocking out front. Bulldogs now lead 13-0 with 3:34 left to go here in the first quarter.
Yeah, what a play there. Yeah, they really got in the backfield. Didn't see who got that sack, who would have got credited with that sack or that deflection in the backfield. Unable to pick that up, but a great effort getting to the quarterback, forcing the ball loose, whether it was a fumble officially or an intercepted pass, but certainly was bothered there in the pocket and picked up all the way to the end zone. Portageville doing really well on defense. They've really gotten after the line of scrimmage. They're controlling the line of scrimmage and really making things happen defensively. And if you can get a defensive score in any game, you've really got things going. And 13-0 here for Portageville, out to a great start.
It's got to be disheartening for Scott City after getting a good punt, getting field position after having a good defensive stance, and then that turnover right there, back to the score. But
yeah, they really got themselves in good field position there, really off that great punt and a good defensive series. Unable to cash in on the nice field position, but find themselves down 13-0 here with a return kick on the way on the far side.
Kicks it. 25, Kobe Hahn made a nice return for the Rams.
And we recognize another sponsor, Butler Drug Store on Main Street in Portageville. They've got newly remodeled store. You need to check it out if you haven't already. Really nice. And all of your prescription needs provided there at Butler Drug Store. They've been providing prescription needs for the Portageville and the Portageville area for many years. Appreciate Dr. Trey Roan bringing high school football from Butler Drug Store right here on YHC TV.
The pass has the man over the middle. Eli Berry makes a nice catch for the Rams. Spencer Stratton was able to lay it in there to him. And Tyler Healy went off to the races, but they got tripped up by his own man. They were kind of two guys in one spot for the ball.
Yeah, but he had a chance to go all the way. He didn't get a little tripped up on the reception there, but Scott City going to go a little up-tempo here. They haven't been able to get anything going offensively. Trying to go up-tempo, a little spread action here. 3:12 remaining in the first quarter.
Quarterback keepers, Stratman tried to take it straight up the middle. So Connor Barlow on tackle for the Bulldogs. Looks like the Bulldogs made a conservative effort tonight just to take the run up the middle of the way. Malden really did a number on them a couple weeks ago with taking the ball straight up the middle on them. So the Bulldogs done a nice job of not allowing that quarterback straight up the middle. Pitch to 24 Elders. Picks up enough yards for Rams first down, so the Rams going to move the ball here. They're at the Portageville 36-yard line. 2:21 left to go here in the first quarter. Scott City's trailing by 13. Stratman looking to pass. He's going for the end zone. Incomplete, defended by Bub Lance. Good defense on the play.
Yeah, good defense and almost just right into the grasp of the receiver there. Number 12 there for the Rams. Pretty good pass, but better defense by Bub Lance to knock that away.
Joe Panagas, I think that's one of their top receivers they like to go to quite a bit. So they match Lance up on him, so it should be a good matchup for this evening. Incomplete as Stratman throws behind the receiver. And with that, we have a Scott City timeout.
Timeout. And we're going to take a break and be right back. And back to action here. 3rd and 10 for Scott City.
Stratman gives the ball to May on the handoff. Tries to get to the outside. Gets nothing on there. Looks like Connor Barman on the tackle. Jared Crafton on the tackle as well. So 4th and 9, Rams in their best field position. I think it's no question here that they're going to go for this. Pass incomplete. Spanagas was the intended receiver. The ball's thrown high, so Bulldogs take over 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line. 1:27 left to go here in the first quarter, leading 13-0. Good defensive series by the Bulldogs that time.
Yep, that big play. Scott City got that big chunk play, but couldn't get any other momentum going after that. Good defense by Portageville to just limit it to that big chunk play. And they'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 26. 1:27 remaining here in the first.
Barham looking to pass. Quick pass. Kirkwood jumped on that one, but I don't think he needed to. The ball was.
Yeah, quick slant pattern. They looked for that a few times. Looked like they started out with the game that as well, just not connecting on that route here in the first quarter.
I think Terry anticipated the high throw. He jumped. That ball was right at his head, kind of made catch a lot harder than it should have been for him. He's had some nice catches tonight. Second down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Another quick pass, but unable to hold on to it. Number 9, Jared Crafton, was the intended receiver. We'll bring up third down and 10. Barham set. Pull it back. A little hitch there, but intercepted by number 1, Eli Berry.
Yeah, risky throw there, throwing it into double. Looked like 3 defenders right there in the area. They've been looking for that deep pass all night. They connected on one for the touchdown, but that one well defended by the Rams. They almost expected it, kind of waiting on it as they're playing the zone coverage down the field. And although it was a turnover, deep play, so it's you can almost treat it as a punt, as they were getting late in the downs. I think they're third and 10.
Yep.
So not a bad punt here if you want to look at it that way. But good defense by the Rams, taking over first and 10 from the 41.
Strabin on the fake handoff, with play action there.
Oh.
Almost taken back by the Bulldogs. It's number 9, Jared Crafton. Couldn't pull it in. But nice little play action there by the Rams as Stratman tried to get the linebackers to bite in, and he just couldn't get over the middle. And Crafton did a nice job defensively that time for the Bulldogs. Second down and 10. Handoff. Number 24, Sam Elders. It's like a game about 12, 13 yards. It's finally brought down by Barnes. That's a win up for a Rams first down.
Yes, he's the longest run we've seen tonight. Not many runs we've seen on the field for either team, but nice execution there by the Rams. Getting into Portageville territory. 1 minute remaining here in the first. 13-0, Portageville on top.
Quick pass to May, and
that'll be a loss on the play. Nice rally tackling by the Bulldogs. Quickly covering up the receiver on the perimeter.
See that? They read that one. They were all over that pass. As soon as he called it, he had nowhere to move. Lost a couple on the play, bringing up second and 12.
Oh, looks like
I don't know if that was intended for the running back Elders or.
it looked like the quarterback was expecting it, and it was just a little wide. So errant snap there.
Elders did a good job just to recover that and stop the Bulldogs from picking that up.
That'll bring it into the first quarter. We've got a 13-0 score. The Portageville Bulldogs on top of the Scott City Rams. And before we go to a break, we want to recognize Greenpoint Ag in Portageville for all of your ag needs, for your spring needs, any of your chemical and fertilizer needs coming up this spring. Be sure to seek out Greenpoint Ag in Portageville, multiple locations throughout southeast Missouri for all of your chemical needs. and agronomical solutions. Contact Greenpoint Ag in Portageville. Appreciate Greenpoint Ag helping bring you high school football here on YHC TV in Portageville.
A Glen Saint story. A few years ago, a good friend of ours ran for a state legislative office. The night of the election, Gail and I had some friends and family over. Our friend won. His young son looked at him and said, "Dad, since you won, does that mean you can make duck season longer?" That's a good story. Best price, best service. Glen Saint, God bless our troops.
Going back to start the second quarter here. Portageville leading 13-0. Scott City has the ball. Stratman looking to pass. Long pass down the field. Defended and incomplete. Number 5, Jacob Carter.
Well, these secondaries are getting tested tonight by both teams. They're looking for the deep play down the field. Good defense by Portageville to force a 2nd and 12.
That's going to be a 4th down. The board had the wrong line up there. It's going to be a 4th down for the Rams. We're looking at the scoreboard and they didn't have it up there right. Portageville's going to take over at their own 27-yard line.
And we appreciate our season sponsors this year. We got Explore International out of Parma. Helping bring you high school sports here on YHC TV this year. Appreciate Ag Explore International. Helping bring you high school football this fall and eventually basketball. And also Glen Saint Motors and 3 locations. Kennett, Rector, and Paragould. Consider Glen Saint for your next auto purchase, used or new. Again, that's Glen Saint Motors.
Deep ball once again. I think with either team, if they make the receivers catch a deep ball, it's going to be one heck of a catch because they're getting double teamed both ways every time.
These defenses are getting stretched out. You've got to think that short intermediate routes are going to develop, or maybe even go to a little draw. The way the teams are going down the field. We'll see what happens here. 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. Quarterback draw there.
Just like you just called that one. That's a good call there, Tyler.
You get that defense just backing up play after play. It's what they're expecting. You've got to be able to, throw a draw in there, whether it's a running back, tailback, or a quarterback to get some yardage and shorten up these downs. Now we get 3rd and 4 for the Bulldogs. A lot more manageable to pick up the 1st down and keep the offense on the field. Back to it.
Once again, looks like number 9, Jared Crafton, defended again by number 1. That's Eli Berry. He's doing a nice job defensively tonight on Crafton up there on the sidelines. Take away the deep ball for him.
4th and 4 coming up. Portageville powered away, unable to convert on the 1st down. 10:55 remaining in the 1st half here in the 2nd quarter. 13-0 Portageville.
May on the return.
Ooh. Nice return for the Rams into Portageville territory. It's going to be at about the 41-yard line. Looks like 41-yard line. Set up 1st and 10 for the Rams.
Nice return by May. Had a defender right there on him. He'd like to go ahead and take the punt. Picked up good yards for the Rams. Starting field position. Spencer Stratman back. Rolling out to his right. dropped in and out of the hands of May. Wasn't able to hold on to that one. It was a defended by the Bulldogs. Right up second down and 10. 10:37 left to go here in the first half. Scott City's trailing by 13. Driving again, roll it to the right. Decides he's going to keep it. Scott City returns the favor of the quarterback keeper as well. Gained about 11 yards on the play, so move the chains. First and 10, the Rams in Portageville territory. Talking about the Portageville 29-yard line. 10.5 to go. Scott City's moving the ball. Tyler, I believe that's our second penalty of the night. Not a pretty mistake-free game for both teams.
Yeah, not many penalties we've seen all night.
False start there by the Rams. Brings up first and 15.
10:16 remaining here in the first half.
Little play action, pass complete.
Oh, nice move. Looks like he kept his balance into the end zone. That's an impressive play right there. Hauled in the catch and avoided the defenders. Kept his knee up off the ground into the end zone. First score for the Scott City Rams.
Strabon to Jimmy May. That was a nice play. He comes in motion. He cuts it short. Winds up in the slot position. There he goes right across the middle. Kind of little play action there. He's able to hit him in stride, and then the May did the rest, avoiding the defender there. The extra point is good. So after the score and the extra point, Portageville now leads 13-7. 9:58 left to go here in the first half.
And we'd like to take a look or recognize another sponsor for this evening. We got Ellington Insurance. Ellington Insurance on Main Street, helping bring you high school football here on YHC TV. It's Mark Gibbons and his staff. And if you need a homeowner's quote, give them a call. They'll get you squared away. Also offering earthquake insurance. And they create a hassle-free experience at Ellington Insurance to take care of all of your insurance needs. Auto, home, life, even earthquake insurance at Ellington Insurance in Portageville. Appreciate Ellington Insurance bringing Portageville high school football here on YHC.
Mays will get set to the kicking here for the Rams. Jake Carter back and Bub Lance. Two deep men for the Bulldogs. Lance gets a couple yards back, and he was brought down.
Yeah, really good coverage by the Rams. They got down the field quick. And sets up the Bulldogs at around the 20-yard line. Looks like 22-yard line. First and 10 for the Bulldogs.
The Bulldogs have emptied the backfield. One trips over here to the right. Ball takes the snap, looks to throw. Intercepted.
And he's got room.
The flag on the play after the interception. The interception will stand. I think that was on the return by the Rams. as Barnes throws it a little too high. So it's going to be holding against the Rams on the return. So it'll still be Rams football.
And it was pretty deep down the field after the return as well. So it'll set 1st and 10 right around the 29-yard line for the Rams. And Portageville still trying to go deep down the field, but looked like double coverage once again. And might want to have to look off that a little bit down the field and try to look for another defender. Scott City's really adjusted to that deep ball well, getting double coverage down the field. That safety's really patrolling the field pretty good, turning the single coverage on the outside, and that one down in the deep middle of the field. Got a couple interceptions. We'll see if Portageville's going to have to make an adjustment there in the passing game. But 1st and 10 for the Rams here. 9:41 remaining, 13-7 score.
Handoff straight up the middle. Sam Elders gets some yards for the Rams as Bryce Rollins there to make the tackle for the Bulldogs. It's a 4-yard gain for the Rams. Feels like the Rams have just got a little bit of momentum kind of going their way here these last few drives.
Yeah, they are starting to build some momentum, getting better plays in their offense execution. 2nd and 6.
Strap looking to pass over to the corner.
Oh, wow.
It's
Touchdown into the end zone. Looked like it might have been an interception. But Barry pulling it down for the touchdown.
It looked like James Carter had his hands on it, and Barry just took it away from him.
And nice play down the field for the Rams, and they tie this game up at 13 with the extra point to come. The Rams have really come alive here in the last few series, and it's all starting with the defense. The defense set up that short field.
I thought Carter had great field position there. Just the receiver just made a better play on it. Mace had to kick the extra point.
He might have pushed that one possibly, but no, it's good. 14-13, Scott City on top. And we'd like to recognize Turf Renovations. If you take a look at the field tonight, you should be impressed as it is in great condition, and that's because of Turf Renovations. Turf Renovations prides themselves on providing great playing surfaces for area's athletes. They maintain not only this field, but many fields throughout the area, including Piggott, Sykeston, Scott City, and a few more out there. And well, I tell you, this is a college level field, and they, Turf Renovations, Kevin Rohn and his crew, they maintain some. They've even done some college projects and even professional projects around, and they've really grown around the country and seeking out projects and really providing great playing surfaces, especially the grass. That's what they do, and yeah, this is one of the finest fields in the area, Ron.
For a school the size of Portageville, not a big student population, not a real big community, but great support. But everybody comes here when they leave. They love this field. They love playing on it. No matter what time of year it is, it always seems to be green.
Oh yeah, a great playing surface, and this is a college or even professional style field here in Portageville. Very, very well maintained by Turf Renovations.
Portageville takes over a good field position as Scott City is the onside. It was a good attempt. Bulldogs able to withstand that, take over at their own 44-yard line. Empty backfield. Pass incomplete. It's intended for Carter. Connor's going to find his touch on the short passes. Early on, he had the touch on the long passes out there. He was able to just put in the receiver's hands. He's got to find the short passes again. That's what's there right now, because Scott City has taken away the deep passes. Barham looking again.
And looking for a route. Looked like a comeback route towards the sticks there on the far side. That's a tough route to complete, that comeback route, or if it possibly may have been an out route. But either way, either route, tough to convert 10 yards down the field to the outside. So that'll bring 3rd and 10 at the 44-yard line. 8:50 remaining. We got a 14-13 lead for the Scott City Rams, just coming off a score to take the lead.
The Bulldogs need to get some yards, some positive, even 2 or 3 yards.
Oh, another interception.
Well, right in the hands of number 12, Joe Panagas.
Looked like a couple routes were running in the same area. They're here on the near side. And I don't know, I couldn't see how those routes developed down the field, but it seemed like a lot of congestion there. Drew a lot of defenders in that area. And, yeah, he was right there. He was facing the quarterback, probably setting his zone coverage there. And snatched it, got it into Portageville territory at the 33-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Rams. The Rams defense coming up big, 3 interceptions here in the first half.
And also the defense there for Portageville did a good job. Is number 1, Andrew Carter, gets in the backfield. The Rams have done a great job early on. They've taken away any outside, any corners. And the Bulldogs just got to find that touch in the middle. The middle's open right now, but they're just, the receivers and quarterback just aren't meshing right now. They're going to have to figure something out, though, because the Rams had the ball again and moving. Defense stepped up, lost a couple on the play.
Yeah, slant pattern completed right at the first down marker.
Pass complete to Panagas as he gains some good yards for the Rams. Love Lance on the tackle.
And it's going to be close. Looks like they will move the chains. First down, Scott City. 8 minutes remaining here in the first half. 14-13. Scott City with the lead and driving. And jump off side. Looked like Kirkwood maybe had jumped off here on the near side. Offsides, that'll be 5-yard penalty, 1st and 5 coming up here at the 17.
I'm sure the coach is going to be telling him at the half, watch the ball. You're so far away, just the ball moves, you move.
Yeah, it's a tough one. You know, you're defending your own side of the field here, trying to get an extra step on that left tackle to try to get towards the quarterback.
Bulldogs almost jumped again.
Yeah, nowhere to go.
Defense did a good job for the Bulldogs. Take away any pass routes.
And a slight gain on the play, maybe a 1-yard gain, so to bring up 2nd and 4. Maybe a long gain of 2, so about 2nd and 3. 7 minutes remaining here in the first half.
May goes in motion for the Rams. Handoff, turns it up the middle. Joe, he was looking for right there. He was looking for no more than 2 yards. He was just trying to get it, maybe turn right up the middle, trying to get that first down.
And it will move the chains. Just got enough. 1st and 10 for the Rams. 6:38 remaining. Clock is running. And they are at the 15-yard line, or excuse me, the 12-yard line. And met at the line of scrimmage. Means about 1 to 2 yards.
55, Bryce Rome meets him. Spot there, give him maybe a yard on that play. About 1 yard on the play as Bryce Rome was able to limit Elders. 2nd down and 9 for the Rams. 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Rams leading 14-13. Stratman looking, passed to the corner.
And it looked like it could have been intercepted. Riggs was right there. Couldn't quite come down with it.
I thought Sam did a nice job of cutting underneath that route right there and trying to pull it in.
Yeah, that hung up just a little too long. And Riggs almost got in position to snatch it away, which they could have really needed deep in territory here. 2nd and 9 from the 11 for the Rams. Little option here.
Going nowhere. That's read by the Bulldogs. Fourth and 11. Looks like they're going try a field goal here. 34 May set to the field goal for the Rams.
Yeah, you won't see this often in high school football, but I'm sure they're confident in about a 30-yard attempt here. And it's got the distance and no good. Looks like he pushed it just to the right. 30-yard field goal attempt, no good. And the score remains at 14-13 in favor of the Scott City Rams. And we will recognize another sponsor here for tonight. And we appreciate 8+ Family Clinic in Portageville on 3rd Street, providing medical solutions for Portageville community. Lorna Turnage, family nurse practitioner, been providing local medical solutions for many years throughout the Boot Hill area. 8+ Family Clinic on 3rd Street in Portageville. Call for your next appointment. And friendly folks down there at 8+ Family Clinic.
So with the stop there, Portageville takes over at their own 20-yard line. Quick pitch out to number 20, Kyle Adams. Gain of 4 on the play.
And we got some updates coming in from our good friend Tommy Jacobs watching at home. And Kennett is up 21-14. Currently, the Kennett Indians up 21-14. And I can't remember who they're playing tonight. It'll come to me in a moment, but here we go. 2nd and 6 for the Bulldogs, an incomplete pass.
For Sam Riggs there. Defended by the Rams on that one. Bring up 3rd down and 6 for the Bulldogs. 4:11 left to go here in the first half.
And we got 3rd and 6 coming up.
Lots of time to throw, and that's complete. Number 9, Jared Crafton.
And it's going to be short of the first down.
So 4th down and 5, 4th and 5, 4th and 6 to go for the Bulldogs.
And it's Kennett and New Madrid County Central going at it tonight. Kennett up 21-14 on New Madrid. New Madrid, a much improved team this year.
They are. I've seen a game early on this year that was real good.
And comes to a rest at about the 37-yard line.
Rugby style kick there for Barham.
3:26 remaining here in the first half. 14-13 lead for the Scott City Rams.
See if the Rams are going to go just try to get the first half, get the clock running, or if they're going to air it out once again. Break on the roll. Pass complete to 34 May. So it's enough for a first down. It's about 11 yards on the play. So the chains for the Rams. First and 10 for Scott City on their own 49-yard line. 3:19 left to go here in the first half. Stratman on the quarterback keeper. Straight the middle.
And big play for the Rams. Got through the line. Looked like he was going to get tackled. There's the line of scrimmage, but he got through.
Well, kind of a little read option there. And if Elder, he decided to keep it himself and picks up good yards. Hand off Elder, straight up the middle. That number 50, Presley Thompson, first one there for the Bulldogs.
And 2:40 remaining. Clock is running. 2nd and 6 coming up for the Rams.
Bulldogs need a big stop right here. Stratman back looking to pass.
And a flag down the field. Assume that's going to be a defensive holding or pass interference down the field on the Bulldogs.
That's going to be interference, but, you know, even if the flag's not thrown or even if he doesn't get bumped, I don't know he makes that catch. I think that's...
Yeah, it was just out of reach, but, you know, that judgment call of an uncatchable ball, it's got to be well out of reach because you never know with the penalty not occurring, you don't know how
exactly
catchable or non-catchable the ball is with the penalty. But if it's close,
his angle,
it's going to be called.
He's looking dead straight onto it. So,
yeah.
But there was definite contact. You know, he bit on the pump fake from the quarterback, Stratman.
And it's going to be a fresh set of downs for the Rams. It's going to be 1st and 10. They're at the Bulldog 15. 2:05 remaining and counting. Oh, ball tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Good defense by the Bulldogs. He was wide open in the middle right there.
Yep. Looked like he could have took that in stride into the end zone. Good defense right there at the line of scrimmage to bat it down. We got a timeout by the Scott City Rams. And we are going to take a moment and be back in just a moment.
At Ag Explorer, we're farmers too. So we know that farming's never been a 9-to-5 job. Just like the farmer, we work overtime to bring you whatever it takes. Solutions like InZone help you retain 47% more nitrogen with an overall average increase of 12 bushels per acre. Imagine what InZone can do for you. Ag Explorer.
And we're back here at Portageville with 1:53 remaining in the first half. Scott City is up 14-13. Look at the score again from the Portageville 15-yard line.
Oh, wide open.
Last complete is good as number 88, Sam Jordan, is a touchdown for the Rams. I didn't see what happened there, Tyler, but he was, I don't know if it was a pump fake, but he was wide open.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell on the far side how that developed, but well, he went down the sideline and was wide open. Great pass right in stride. Pushes the Scott City lead to 20-13. 1:48 remaining in the half. Extra point to come. Up and good to make it 21-13. The Scott City Rams over the Portageville Bulldogs. And Scott City really developing some momentum here, Ron. And, it looked like it was Portageville. They opened up with, 13-0. And 21 straight unanswered points by the Rams. They've really adjusted their defense, creating turnovers, 3 interceptions that they've gotten, cashed in on some short fields. And Portageville unable to really answer since Scott City's put together some momentum here and a much-needed drive here to at least get some nice yardage, some some confidence going into the half of being able to move the ball up the field. Only 1:48 remaining, but with the spread offense and moving the ball up the field, it's plenty of time. I'm not sure if Portageville's got at least 2 timeouts, I know, and so some time here for Portageville, but Scott City's really answered well after being down 13-0. 21 straight unanswered points for the Rams.
See, Portageville, they got to make an adjustment because Scott City's adjusted, and they've taken those corners away. Every time the ball's thrown to a receiver on either sideline, there's help over the top from the safeties. They got 2 safeties sitting back there. So Portageville have to find another way to maybe attack the middle of the field. Number 6, A.J. Higgs on the return. It's about to the 25-yard line, looks like. Maybe the 26-yard line. Portageville's going to take over 1st and 10 with 1:43 left to go here in the second quarter. Trailing 21-13. Looking to see what they can get a drive going here to close out the first half. Barham sit back there as Rams come on a blitz.
Oh, nice dump off.
Barham completes the pass. Number 9, Jared Crafton. Gain of about 6 on the play. Clock still running, 1:15 left to go here in the first half.
And movement up front looks like offsides by the Rams, unless there was some movement. Yep, offsides by Scott City. That'll shorten it up, and that'll be a first down for the Bulldogs. Clock at 1:06, and we'll continue to run.
You can see Scott City's got two safeties back. They're back deep. Dropping the corners as well. Barlow roll out.
Oh, almost come down with it.
Incomplete as Bub Lance tries to make a good catch for the Bulldogs. Barlow flushed out of the pocket.
2nd and 10, 49 seconds remaining. It's much more difficult now to put together a scoring drive. But what we've seen in some big chunk plays tonight, you never know. If you get the ball in the right hands, you make a big play. Second and 10, 49 seconds at Portageville 37.
Barlow dropping back.
Oh. Ball hung up just a little bit, but it looked like Riggs might have had a chance to take it in stride, and a nice defensive effort. Could have been possibly intercepted as well. Both players had a play on the ball.
I think 34 May just got a hand on it. They slipped underneath the route. Saw that one developing there. So, Connor's getting a little hits, trying to get a pump fake. But they got to realize that they got a deep safety back there that, even if the cornerback's on it, they got help over the top.
And intercepted. And Barry with another interception. What's he got? A couple interceptions and a touchdown reception, I believe.
Actually, he took the ball away on a touchdown reception as well.
Yeah, he's had quite the game tonight. And what's that, 4 turnovers by the Bulldogs tonight?
I believe so.
So, tough break for the Bulldogs. Not able to get anything going offensively. Leave some time here for the Rams. 34 seconds. The ball will be at the 43-yard line of the Bulldogs. So, not out of the question here for the Rams to go for another score here.
They're looking deep as well.
Oh, what a catch. Brought it down, and they rule a catch. 28 seconds remaining right at about the 11-yard line, so a deep play.
Timeout by the Rams after that. Nice catch with number 12, Joe Panagas.
Yeah, that's a great catch down the sideline. Well defended as well. He just high-pointed the ball, brought it down, able to keep control of it to the ground. And a big play for the Rams that sets them up 1st and 10 at about the 12-yard line, it looks like. So plenty of time for them to put a scoring drive here together. So Scott City really looking good after being down midway there for most of that first quarter. They've really turned it on this second quarter, and they've totally controlled the game since then. They've really adjusted well defensively, getting takeaways down the field in the secondary, and really starting to get things going offensively down the field with the passing game.
Well, let's see what the Rams going to do. There's no timeouts left in 28 seconds, so they got time for a few pass plays that, either in the end zone, or if it's incomplete, it's going to stop the clock. But let's see if they like to try to do anything short underneath, or they're just going to go for the end zone. Last time out of a timeout, they did a nice play and wound up getting a guy wide open. I'm sure Coach Bullock is his guys ready for that right there, right now. Stratman looking back. The defenders bit on a fake a little bit, and he was able to get behind them, but the ball's thrown a little too far. 2nd down and 10 for the Rams. Ball's on the Portageville 13-yard line. 23 seconds left to go here in the first half. Stratman looking to pass. Pressure.
Oh, nice defense. Thompson and Kirkwood in the backfield sharing the sack. 10 seconds remaining here, and they spike it on a 3rd down. So it'll bring up 4th down with 4.8 seconds remaining. So we got one play left here, Ron, to see what happens here at the end of the half. 21-13 score for the Rams. Coming down to one play to end the half here.
Just what the Bulldogs need right there is a sack to keep that clock running.
Yeah, Portageville just got to keep everything in front of you. Not anything in the end zone.
Scott City's they're not going to this play off. Delay of game against the Rams.
Couldn't quite get everything put together for the last play. Looks like we might have a jump ball in the end zone regardless. So 4.8 seconds in the half. We'll see what happens here.
We're going to bring us some pressure.
And intercepted right at the 1-yard line. And
Jared Crafton on the return.
good defense by the Bulldogs, and a couple flags thrown at the end of it as the half ends.
So it might have been a late hit coming there from the Rams. Jared Crafton makes the interception at the goal line. Able to bring the ball back out. Personal foul. Helmet to helmet.
And that will end the half. 21-13 score. The Scott City Rams on top of the Portageville Bulldogs. You're watching high school football on YHC TV, bringing it live to you from Victory's Field, Athletic Field in Portageville. I'm Tyler Widener, joined along by Ron Riddle for this evening's broadcast. We will take a break and be back with the third quarter in about 20 minutes.
When you connect with high-speed internet from New Wave Communications, you unlock all kinds of possibilities. More gaming, more streaming and viewing, more ways to keep in touch, more ways to learn. And best of all, adding New Wave internet to your current television package won't cost a lot more thanks to New Wave's bundle discounts. In fact, if you're paying another provider for internet, switching to New Wave will probably save you money. Call or go to newwavecom.com to find more ways to bundle and save.
She say, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my dad and my mom. I'm sorry. 50 dub, I even got it tatted on me. 81, to bring the passion to the party. And you know me. From the 02 to the 03, though. Without 40, only there be no me. Imagine if I never met the proceeds. God's plan. God's plan.
back here, about to get started with the third quarter. Live from Vickery's Athletic Field in Portageville, we got a 21-13 halftime score. The Scott City Rams over the Portageville Bulldogs, and both teams about set to get underway with the second half here. And story the first half, Ron. Portageville got off to a nice start. Scott City really struggled on their first 3 or 4 possessions. I think it took their 4th possession to even get a first down. And Portageville took advantage, got up 13-0, and I think probably at the end of the first or beginning of that second quarter, especially throughout the second quarter, Scott City answered with some stiff defense. They forced 4 turnovers, 4 interceptions by the Bulldogs, and put up 21 straight unanswered points to take the lead as they have to bring into the second half. So it's a quite a back and forth. Portageville for the first few minutes, and then through the second quarter, it was all Scott City.
We hear sometimes about the tale of 2 halves. That was the tale of 2 quarters.
Right.
Like you said, Portageville, it was all Portageville the first quarter. They were hitting the deep passes and, scored, went up 13 quick points. Then the second quarter, Scott City started getting it going. They took away the deep passes.
Yeah.
Portageville had trouble finding the underneath pass. They couldn't get the routes, and they tried to force, he tried to force a couple down the field, and Scott City made some nice plays on the defensive end, hit the interceptions. But, I'm interested to see how they're going to make the adjustments. You know that, Coach Bullock, they've seen some things what they want to do now, so they're going to talk about it. And I thought the middle was open quite a bit for Portageville. Just Connor had a tough time of hitting the receivers on a couple of routes.
Yeah, which Portageville come right out of the gate, attacking down the field, especially down the sidelines, and got some openings and converted a few of those passes. One for the touchdown to Riggs. But since then, Scott City's really backed up their defensive backs, got into deep zone coverage to where they're actually to see the ball coming down the field deep, and adjusted to it, got some interceptions and some good short fields to cash in on short fields for some touchdowns. And Portageville really need to make an adjustment, either maybe try to mix in the run game, maybe some quarterback draws to bring that defense back closer to the line of scrimmage to maybe open up some more openings down the field. But Scott City really made a great adjustment that second quarter to take advantage of those deep passes and forcing some turnovers. So this is going to be a game of adjustments here. Big adjustments in the first half. Certainly Portageville needs to make them here coming into this second half.
I thought Portageville did a really nice job of taking away the middle run. They got hurt against Malden, straight up the middle. Last game I saw with them, and then so I thought that they stepped up. Bryce Rome made a couple of really nice plays there at the line of scrimmage, getting in the backfield. So I think that front, that defensive line of Portageville really did a good job. And so we got now see if they're just going to be able to keep attacking. They're going to drop in some coverage. So I guess we're about to find out here as the Bulldogs get set to kick. Bob Lance going to start the kickoff to get the second half started. Looks like May is the deep man back for the Rams, and also number 25, that is Kobe Hand. Portageville's going to kick at the 45-yard line due to the end of the first half penalty, the helmet-to-helmet contact. Stratman, the return, takes the knee for Scott City. So about the 21-yard line, looks like. So Scott City takes over 1st and 10. Start the second half. They are leading 21-13. They start 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line. Trying to get the Bulldogs to jump right off the bat. Quarterback keeper. Stratman keeps the ball straight up the middle. Tackled by number 20, Kyle Adams for the Bulldogs. A gain of about 7 on the play for the Rams. Brings up 2nd down and 3.
Congratulations, Miss Angotti.
Stratman on the quarterback keeper.
Was a really nice fake. Portageville really bit on that fake, and he had a clear lane up the right side of the field for the first down.
That was about as good a fake as you're going to see.
First and 10 Rams at their own 49-yard line.
Stratman takes the ball almost to midfield for the Rams. 49-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Rams. Take the handoff.
And intercepted.
Number 20, Kyle Adams on the return for the Bulldogs.
And the route was open, just overthrown, and he was sitting there in center field and took it into Rams territory.
Those last 2 possessions, Portageville put 2 safeties back. Kind of reminiscent of what the Rams did in the 2nd quarter against the Bulldogs. And Kyle was sitting back there, and the ball just landed right in his lap. Good turn of the Bulldogs. So they're going to start over 1st and 10 at the Scott City 45-yard line. 10:52 left in the 3rd quarter. Bulldogs trailing 13-21. Handoff. Nothing going for the Bulldogs on the handoff. The 5 Jet Carter couldn't find any running room as the Scott City Rams met him in the backfield.
Lost 1 to play, Rams 2nd and 11 for the Bulldogs.
Just like about a loss of a yard on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 11 for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs getting the play. Quick pass out to the wide receiver screen. Gain of about 3 on the play. Brings up about 3rd down and 8 to go for the Bulldogs.
Right at 10 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Still 21-13 Scott City.
Barham rolling out to his right, looking. Tough pass.
Yeah, well defended out on the perimeter. 4th and 8 for the Bulldogs.
I don't think that could have been defended any better than that. That was a great coverage he had on that play there. Connor rolling out, didn't have any more running room, so we have a battle of field position right here. Barham set to kick the ball. Barham gets the ball off. So after the punt, Scott City takes over on their own 26-yard line. So 9:35 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Scott City leading 21-13. Stratman still in the shotgun. Quarterback keeper. Off the right tackle, spins off, still on his feet.
Ooh, big collision. Oh, and he's on his feet still. And he takes it all the way. That was a heck of a run there.
Good run by Spencer Stratman, the quarterback. So he just refused to come down. He rolled over a Portageville player hit him and didn't wrap up, then that wasn't going to be good enough to bring him down.
Yeah, he had a keeper on the last possession, big yardage, and that one he took a hit down the field from the defensive back and kept going all the way into the end zone. Probably the play of the night right there. 9:20 remaining in the third, 27-13. Scott City with the point after coming. And touchdowns, or the extra point's good, 27-13. And again, 9:17 remaining here in the third quarter. So Scott City coming out aggressive and going to more of the ground game here, as we saw, and really aggressive with the run. And a quick score for the Rams. We'll see if Portageville can answer.
Well, I think what Scott City's looking for right now is they got the lead here in the second half, so it's going to be some clock management. You know, they're going to want to keep that clock running as much as possible.
Yep. Yeah, it's all about killing some clock and moving the chains. That's what you got to do if you got the lead in the second half. And we want to recognize Delta Auto Parts. Delta Auto Parts for all your parts needs for late models. And it's Colin Darty and his staff there on Highway 62 North here in Portageville for all of your part needs. Don't hesitate to call Delta Auto Parts for any of your parts needs. One of the biggest parts places you'll come across. Salvage Yard in Portageville, Delta Auto Parts on Highway 62.
Jacob Carter tries to get to the outside, forced out of bounds by the Rams. So Portageville's going to start first and 10, trailing 28-13. 9:12 left to go here in the third quarter. Portageville's going to start first and 10 from their own 33-yard line. So he stepped out of bounds. So what Portageville can get on this drive. Barham in the shotgun. Kyle Adams in the backfield with him. Quick pitch out to Adams. Adams on his feet.
Hard to bring down. It's some decent yardage, about 5 yards on the play. Actually, about a 7-yard gain. Well, you really muscled that one down to about the 40-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 3, 8.5 minutes remaining in the third.
I think he was hit about 3 or 4 yards back, and he kept turning his legs, and he was able to get a couple more yards out of that. Handoff Adams again up the middle. Looks like right at the 45-yard line. So it's going to move the chains for the Bulldogs. First and 10. Kyle Adams moves the chains.
We've seen a more concerted effort with the run game from the Bulldogs here to start the second half. They've got some good yardage, 2 run plays for first down, getting them out to midfield. And we're seeing a little adjustment here from Portageville. Going to work in the run here to start the third.
Quick pitch to the outside. Good room there. Quick pitch to number 1, Andrew Carter. He's able to get around the tackle on the outside. Get some more yards, and just like you said, Tyler, they're mixing in the run right here to start this third quarter and see what they can get some positive yards out of it.
Yeah, getting production out of the run will get more attention from those linebackers and even the defensive backs. And what Portageville likes to do is throw the ball and go around the field to their different weapons. And getting those defensive backs to react a little different each play will open up that passing game eventually. And a flag on the play. A little contact after the tackle. We'll see what's called.
Personal foul. Personal foul against both teams.
Yeah, it looked like the Scott City tackler couldn't see who that was on the. Was holding him down maybe a little too long, you know, trying to hang on to him. And as Barham got up, probably didn't like the grasp that he was still in as he was getting up after the play was over and gave him just a little push. So
I think Connor was just trying to tell him that, you know, the play was over.
Right.
The play was over. He just, you know, but.
Basically a replay down, 4-10, 41 yard line.
Actually, that play there didn't hurt the Bulldogs, Tyler, as it was going to be a little about for a loss. They're going to replay first down, so kind of a bad snap. So they're able to recover that. Penalties offset, so we're going to replay the first down. So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
And incomplete deep down the field. Both players trying to make a play on it.
The officials are letting them play a little bit down the field. So we have 2nd down and 10 with an incomplete pass. 7:09 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Portageville trailing Scott City 28-13. They have the ball on the Scott City 41-yard line. Handoff, cuts back, still on his feet. It's number 1, Andrew Carter. It's going to be close to a first down. Officials timeout. Looks like they're going to have a measurement here. Bulldogs have come out in the 3rd quarter and getting a lot of yards on the ground.
Looks like it might be just enough, and it is. 7:09 remaining in the 3rd quarter, 28-13 lead for the Rams, and the Bulldogs are driving, much needed drive here to at least get deep into territory to flip this field position, but Bulldogs can certainly need a drive here. That's 28 unanswered points that the Rams have put up.
Yeah, they got to get on the scoreboard here. It's like that clock is ticking away. Handoff. Good run by Adams. Picks up about 7 yards on the play. Scott City's defense, they're getting they don't have two deep safeties anymore. Kind of getting more in the box right now. Carter tries to come off the tackle and he's met by the defense. So maybe back to the line of scrimmage on the play. So about 3rd and 3 for the Bulldogs. 5:50 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Still trailing 28-13. Adams in the backfield next to Barham.
And movement up front.
Offsides against the Rams. He's going to move the ball 5 yards. That's going to also move the chains for the Bulldogs.
Good opportunity here for the Bulldogs to get on the board. 5:38 remaining in the third. 28-13 Scott City. To the 18-yard line now. 1st and 10. And Kirkwood.
It's going to be another first down for the Bulldogs.
Inside the 5-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Bulldogs.
Adams cuts it back up the middle.
And into the end zone.
Touchdown Bulldogs. It's Kyle Adams.
Yeah, nice drive. Adams was a big part of that drive. He really got the drive started with some tough runs, and he finishes it off.
You can see the hole opening up, and Kyle stuck his foot in the ground and turned it upfield.
Yeah, much more physical drive there for the Bulldogs. Nice answer. They needed a score. And after 28 unanswered points from the Rams, now 28-19, they can pull within a score and a 2-point conversion here if they go for one.
Looks like they're lined up. They're going to go for two right here.
Going for two here. And looks like he's going to come up a bit short, so it's a 9-point spread now, 28-19. Scott City Rams over the Portageville Bulldogs, but a nice drive for the Bulldogs. Much needed score, a touchdown in the end zone, get some confidence going, and yeah, much needed score for the Bulldogs. Their first score since the first quarter, and back in this game, would have liked to have got that 2-point conversion, making a 7-point game, but still 2-point or a 9-point lead for the Rams, and we'll see if the Rams can answer back, and we will recognize another sponsor for tonight. We got Butler Drugstore. Butler Drugstore on Main Street in Portageville. Dr. Trey Rowan and his staff been providing prescription solutions here in Portageville for many years. And a newly remodeled store. Check it out if you haven't. They're on Main Street. They've done a great job remodeling the inside of the store there. Really nice. You'll enjoy it. And great service at Butler Drugstore on Main Street in Portageville.
So we got 4:54 left to go here in the third quarter. Portageville's got a much needed score, still trailing 28-19. Now let's see if their defense can stop the Rams. If I had to guess, I'd say, Coach May's going to keep the ball on the ground. They're going to try to keep that clock moving as much as they can.
Little pooch kick out of bounds. So that'll put the ball 40-yard line. Not sure what that rule is in high school, but
I believe it's wherever it goes at, anywhere it's beyond the 35, it comes back up, but without the 40, it should stay at the 40-yard line.
Yep, it'll place it, it looks like where it went out. Going to be right at about the 40-yard line, 1st and 10, 4:54 remaining in the third.
It looks like the 45-yard line.
Yep, at the 45. Looked like it went out of bounds further down the field, so that must be a arbitrary rule there to place the ball at the 45.
Well, last week I saw the same thing happen. The ball went out right about the 41, 42-yard line, and that's where it stayed at. So better find that rule out.
Oh, nice pass down the field.
Number 12, Joe Panagas, across the middle. Talking about Bub Lance. So Scott City gets into Portageville territory on a pass from Stratman to Panagas.
Getting an update out there. Malden over Hayti over Malden, 70-0. That's a quick game down there. And Hayti, quite the team this year. Ball batted down, the line of scrimmage. Bring up 2nd and 10. The Hayti Indians just roll over the Greenway tonight. They've been rolling over pretty much all of their opposition so far this year.
Yeah, I was able to see them last week when they played another team, and they're strong and fast, and they just seem to be really ferocious on defense. They all attack the ball, and it's going to be a good game. I think maybe next week or maybe the week after the Battle of Boot Hill when they play Carruthersville.
Yeah. Here we go, 2nd and 10.
Stratman looked to throw.
And pretty good, nice gain right there at the first down marker, and that'll be enough to move the sticks.
Complete to number 12, Panagas, once again.
Well, Scott City moving the ball really well ever since that second quarter. They've just been, you can tell they're dialed in. They know where they want to go with the ball, and have really executed well.
They come out after halftime, and they just have a big series of run plays. Now they're coming out this series, and they're throwing the ball. So like I said, they have a good idea what they want to do right now, and everything seems to be working for them. As Jimmy May keeps the ball on his feet, finally brought down.
Yeah, it was May that just kept off the ground earlier for a score, and he duplicated that one. Well, he's got a low center of gravity. He's got to be a hard one to pull it down, and he's got some big plays here tonight. 4 minutes remaining in the third, 28-19. Scott City, 1st and 10 for the Rams at the 17.
Portageville's needing a stop here. Reset the 25-second clock. Stratman on the quarterback keeper. Ooh, ball loose. Recovered by the Bulldogs.
And nice recovery by the Bulldogs. Turnover on the Rams. Forced fumble.
Andrew Carter and Connor Barn both in there and get the strip. Andrew's able to jump back on it. So it was a big play for the Bulldogs. What did they ever need that?
Yeah, they needed it, and the Rams were moving the ball really well up the field. And broken momentum by them, but Portageville forcing the turnover. Might be able to turn that tide in the momentum here towards the end of the third quarter. 3:42 remaining. The ball on the 17. On the Portageville 17, 1st and 10.
So hand off to Adams, maybe fumbled the ball. He's able to recover it. Well, lost about 2 or 3 on the play. Brings up 2nd down and a long 12 for the Bulldogs. Pass complete to 48, Terry Kirkwood. Get some yards back. Gonna make that 3rd down a little bit shorter for the Bulldogs. Looks like about 3rd down and about 4. Just a little over 3 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Portageville is trailing 28-19 to the Rams. Ball's on the Portageville 22-yard line. Barham on the quarterback keeper. He's stopped in the backfield.
Yeah, good defense there. We'll bring up 4th and 4 coming up for the Bulldogs. Well, Scott City really stiffened up that defense to answer off that turnover. And they're going to get the ball back as Portageville will punt away. 2.5 minutes remaining in the third. 28-19 Scott City.
Good
Nice
punt.
kick. Nice punt. And it's down.
So about the 31-yard line.
It's inside the 35. Yeah, about the 31-yard line. Yep, 31-yard line. 1:57 remaining in the third.
Good punt by Barham. Well, they need to try to push the defense of Scott City back in their own territory. So Scott City takes over 1st and 10. 1:57 left to go in the third quarter, leading 28-19. Ball is on their own 31-yard line. May in motion. Stratman looking to pass.
Oh, covered up. 3 Bulldogs in on that play.
Connor Barham, Trey Kirkwood, and number 50, Presley Thompson. All meeting back at the quarterback.
I don't know if he can divide up a sack 3 ways, but you probably have to on that one. Good effort by the Bulldogs up front. I've heard a half a sack, but I don't know about a third of a sack.
They were all back there at him, so
Yep.
loss of 6 yards on the play for the Rams. 2nd and 16. Stratman looking to throw.
And nice route up the field.
Pass was complete. Number 1, Eli Berry makes the catch across the middle. Gets the ball to almost midfield. It's going to be move the chains for the Rams. So about the Rams 48-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10. 1 minute left to go here in the third quarter. Rams still leading 28-19. May in motion. Stratman on the quarterback keeper.
And Scott City back on the move. Now that they got the ball back, 42 seconds remaining in the quarter. Still 28-19 Scott City. And they're moving the ball again, Ron. They've really moved the ball well this half, coming into this second half.
They was able to have a big hole there. Stratman, had 2 hands on the ball. He was making sure he wasn't fumbling this one. But he thought maybe get a couple out of the play, wound up getting 10. Quick pass. So May tries to step back to get a little bit of running angle after he caught the ball. Makes an incomplete pass, bring up 2nd down and 10. 22 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Rams are back on the move again. They moved the ball early on. The Portageville stepped up, made some plays. This third quarter momentum's been going back and forth with both teams. Quarterback keeper. Getting about maybe 2 or 3 on the play.
And that looks like that'll do it for the quarter, excuse me. About 6 seconds remaining here, and the clock will run out to bring this third quarter to an end. 28-19 score. The Scott City Rams lead the Portageville Bulldogs heading into the fourth quarter. We'll be back, but we're going to take a moment to recognize the sponsor. We got Greenpoint Ag in Portageville for all of your chemical fertilizer needs for your spring season coming up. Be sure to consult Greenpoint Ag for all of your fertilizer chemical needs, and they provide agronomic solutions at Greenpoint Ag here in Portageville and numerous locations throughout southeast Missouri. Be sure to consult Greenpoint Ag. Thank you, Greenpoint Ag, for bringing high school football here on YHC, and we'll be right back.
A Glen Saint story. A few years ago, a good friend of ours ran for a state legislative office. The night of the election, Gail and I had some friends and family over. Our friend won. His young son looked at him and said, "Dad, since you won, does that mean you can make duck season longer?" That's a good story. Best price, best service. Glen Saint, God bless our troops.
All right, folks, we're back to start the fourth quarter here at Portageville as the Scott City Rams have the ball to start the fourth quarter. 3rd down and 8. Wait for the clock to get set. The ball is on the Portageville 37-yard line. It's a big play for the Bulldogs. Defense needs to get this thing stopped and get a 4th down for the Rams. Pressure on the quarterback.
And caught. Looks like it. And they're going to rule it as a catch. What a heck of a catch down the field.
Joe Panagas on a catch from for the Rams as Stratman was under a lot of pressure from the Bulldogs.
It'll lay out for that one. Good defense, but just better offense on that play. Just started the fourth here in Portageville. 28-19 Scott City.
Stratman looking to pass.
And he's there. About a 9-yard gain.
Pass complete, number 88, Sam Jordan. Scott City's doing a nice job of mixing the run and the pass up this half, and they've had a good balance. Stratman, the quarterback keeper.
Yeah, Stratton's had a really nice half, especially with that keeper, that quarterback draw, and had some big runs. And boy, he's such a physical guy that the first hit's not going to be enough unless you really get low to wrap him up.
Well, he just picked enough up for the first down. Actually got it inside the 10-yard line. Reset the 25-second clock. 10:35 left to go here in the ball game. First and goal for the Rams.
And timeout by Scott City. And we'll take a moment to recognize the sponsor. We recognize Ellington Insurance on Main Street in Portageville, helping bring you high school football here on YHC. We appreciate Ellington Insurance bringing the broadcast tonight. And that's Mark Gibbons and staff on Main Street in Portageville. For any auto, home, life insurance needs, contact Ellington Insurance, and also provide earthquake insurance. One of the few companies around that allow for earthquake insurance. Sure to consult Ellington Insurance on Main Street in Portageville for all of your insurance needs. And also let's recognize Turf Renovations. Turf Renovations, as you see the field tonight, very well maintained. You should be impressed, and they maintain not only this field but numerous fields in the area, Sykeston, Scott City, Piggott among others, New Madrid as well, and a great job that Kevin Rowan and Turf Renovations does to maintain the best playing services for area's athletes. Turf Renovations, check out their projects at turfrenovations.com.
Stratman looking to pass.
And incomplete, just out of the reach of Barry. Second and a short 2 from the 13-yard line. 10:20 remaining, 28-19 score. Scott City over Portageville.
Stratman on the quarterback keeper, straight up the middle.
All the way, yep.
The touchdown for the Rams.
Almost could expect that, as well as he's played here in the second half and getting off some really good productive runs. And he keeps it all the way into the end zone for a second score here in the game. And makes it 34-19 with 10:17 remaining with the extra point to come.
That was definitely a call. It was a straight QB run all the way on that one. He's right in the middle, almost untouched.
Kick up and good to make it 35-19 Scott City. And with 10:17 remaining, Portageville desperately needing some points to stay in this one. 2 touchdowns plus 2-point conversion spread here.
We got a flag on the play after the kick.
See if there was a signal or not.
Unless it was right around the on the kick.
Looks like it might be on Portageville if they're consulting the
extra point is good.
Okay, so it must have been on the extra point. So
personal foul. Just running into the kicker, I assume.
Looks like they'll assess it on the kickoff.
It's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Check that. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty. Set kickoff from midfield.
Into the end zone, being a touchback for the Bulldogs.
So Portageville is going to take over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line, trailing 35-19 with 10:17 left to go here in the ball game.
And now this is a point where Portageville is going to be one-dimensional. They're going to be looking to move the ball off the field with a pass. Maybe you can mix in some runs on some draws to maybe pick up some chunks off the ground. But, we backed into one-dimensional play here for the Bulldogs. Going to be looking to move the ball down the field through the air. Just going to be very careful. The Rams have done a good job adjusting to the pass offense for the Bulldogs.
Little bubble screen there, come back.
Yeah, good pick up there. Get it to Crafton. Bubble screen gets about 15 yards.
What they need right there, just get the ball and get some movement up front.
Yep.
Move the chains along.
Yeah, Scott City expected the ball to go down the field, so a nice look there to get the short catch and yards after the catch. And intercepted, just overthrown. And May right there just waiting on it there at the safety position.
So with 9:52 left to go here in the ball game, Portageville at the turnover, and Scott City takes over just on the other side of midfield and at the Portageville 48-yard line.
And I expect a lot of run-heavy offense here from Scott City. They've really picked up some good yardage here in the second half with it on the ground, so wouldn't much expect anything different for the remainder of the game. Now they're going to stick to the pass here, going to look down the field and turn it upfield.
So gaining about 4 yards on the play.
Player down for the Bulldogs. And we're going to pause for a moment, recognize A-Plus Family Clinic on 3rd Street in Portageville. Appreciate A-Plus Family Clinic helping bring you high school football here on YHC and providing medical solutions throughout the Boot Hill area from A-Plus Family Clinic. That's family nurse practitioner Lorna Turnage helping bring you medical solutions here in Portageville on 3rd Street. Give them a call for your next appointment. You'll be glad you did. And always a friendly atmosphere, friendly folks down at A-Plus Family Clinic in Portageville. Also appreciate our season sponsors this year. Glen Sing Motors at 3 locations in Kennett, Rector, and Paragould. For any of your auto needs, used, new, seek out Glen Sing at 3 different locations, Rector, Paragould, and Kennett. And Ag Explorer International, providing agronomic solutions from the world headquarters in Parma, Missouri. Ag Explorer International. Appreciate them helping out with our broadcast once again this year. And a pretty solid crowd here is concerned down on the field for a Bulldog. And did you see who went down there, Ron?
Look like it's Connor Barham.
Okay.
Holding his. Looking at his hand, it looks like it's maybe his left wrist or left hand of some sort. Didn't really see what happened. I know he went for the tackle and Stratman cut back. I don't know if he hadn't caught on something or not, but his hands bothering him. So
yeah, it's tough. You know, with small schools, a lot of players play both ways. Connor Barham playing at the quarterback position. You hate to see that. You know, big playmaker on both sides of the ball. And
when we resume action, we think Scott City's got this 35-19 lead. You know, with just under 10 minutes to go, we're thinking, okay, they're gonna run some clock out. And what do? They start passing.
Yeah, or look to pass, but still gained about 4 yards on that scramble, and brings up 2nd and 6 coming up for the Rams. 9:36 remaining, 35-19 score in favor of Scott City.
Stratman still in the shotgun. He's been there all night. Elders next to him. Quarterback keeper.
Yeah, Stratton taking a pretty good lick there. Actually, a couple of them.
So wrapped up by number 6, A.J. Hicks. Not before he gets enough for a first down, though, so that's what we can't have happen. We can't have those chains moving. Scott City's in no hurry to get their play in now. There's as much clock as possible. And off to Elders.
24, Sam Elders with the carry for the Rams. Tackled by number 9, Jared Crackman, number 11, Doug Lance, with 50
Oh.
flags on the play.
A lot of activity towards the middle of the field. Didn't really catch what happened there.
Definitely way away from the play. They were still engaged and blocking. I guess they kept going after the whistle. Unsportsmanlike. And unsportsmanlike conduct against the Bulldogs. And unsportsmanlike conduct against the Rams, both offsetting penalties.
And did it look like he gave an ejection signal there?
Well,
it seemed like it, but
well, his left hand, I thought he gave an ejection, but then his right hand, was, on kind of the same movement. So I'm not really sure here. I think that's what Coach Bull is trying to get an explanation as well. That'll hurt both teams if players get ejected, can't play next week, and these, as you said earlier, both these schools are small. They got kids playing both ways.
Yep.
Okay, so we have everything worked out here. Looks like they. First and 10 for the Rams. 8:55 left to go here in the fourth quarter, leading 35-19. I don't see any players leaving, Tyler, so I think it was just an unsportsmanlike on both teams.
And now timeout by Scott City. And we'll take a break and be right back.
At Ag Explore, we're farmers too. So we know that farming's never been a 9-to-5 job. Just like the farmer, we work overtime to bring you whatever it takes. Solutions like InZone help you retain 47% more nitrogen, with an overall average increase of 12 bushels per acre. Imagine what InZone can do for you. Ag Explore.
And back to action. We got a penalty. 8:55 remaining in the game.
This ball's going to move it back. First and 15 for the Rams after legal procedure there. Flag on the play is holding against the Rams. Move the ball back 10 yards. after that timeout, the Rams come out in different formation. They've been shotgun all night, and they went to the power I. So, you know, they're just going to try to run some clock out right here. Portageville needs to get a stop right here and get the ball back and try to make a quick strike. Vegas to the outside. There's a flag on the play. Holding against the Rams. Well, for Portageville, the ball's going in the right direction at least.
Yeah. These last about 30 seconds of play on the clock's taking about 15 minutes, it seems like. All the penalties and timeout.
You know, we talked about the first half, you know, being so clean, and, you know, actually the third quarter was a pretty clean quarter. Had a lot of penalties this quarter.
Yep.
Pretty much know, you know, first and 46 for the Rams.
Gosh. That's about as long as I've ever seen it down.
Intercepted. Fine, Jacob Carter, the interception. That was just what the Bulldogs needed right there.
Yep. Scott City, if you just run the ball and then punt it away, you know, and now you're giving the ball up with no time run off the clock. But
I'm really surprised that they let you throw the ball. You know, I know it's first and 46, but like you said, you still have 3 more downs. You know, you're leading 35-19. So Portageville takes over first and 10 from their own 42-yard line, trailing 35-19. 7:49 left to go here in the ball game. Jarrett Crafton in at quarterback. Ball start against the Bulldogs.
Against the Bulldogs. Pushing back 5 yards and making first 15.
7:45 remaining, still a 35-19 lead for the Rams.
So Barron was done for the night. So he's still holding his left hand. So we got Jared Crafton in there, the quarterback. Crafton rolling out. Cuts it back up the field, looks for running room. Flags on the play.
And gonna be another personal foul penalty. Guys need to clean it up. Yeah, that's what. Personal foul on the Bulldogs. It was a late hit. Going the wrong way. Yeah, hope the guys can clean it up the rest of the way. It just seems like, you know, a lot of frustration here towards the end of the game, and just need to play it clean and keep the game going. It's, you know, game slows down like this, it's easy to get frustrated. Try to get retribution from the last play, you know. It's never want to see game get to this point, but hopefully they can clean it up the rest of the way here.
So with the penalty now, Portageville is first down, and Bishop's going to talk it over again. So Looks like about a first down and about 25, it looks like. Somewhere around there. 7:29 left to go here in the contest. That's complete.
Pass complete.
Number 6, A.J. Higgs. Gets a few yards for the Bulldogs. Jared Crafton able to hit him across the middle.
Second down for the Bulldogs from their own 38-yard line.
Clock still moving. 6:54 left to go in the contest. Crafton rolling to his right. Looking to throw. Not going to tuck it and run it. Crafton gets some good yards for the Bulldogs. 25 Kobe Hand able to make the tackle for the Rams.
Yeah, it's close
But
to a first.
going back though, a flag.
Holding penalty.
And holding penalty will bring it back.
So about where we started from. About second.
Just going up and down.
Now it's second and 25.
Second and 24 for the Bulldogs.
Grabbed on the roll. Pass complete.
Pass complete to number 4, Sam Riggs.
Sam Riggs on reception. It's about to the 45-yard line.
Fourth is back for the Rams.
Just shy of it.
About 14 to play will bring up 3rd and 8 for the Bulldogs.
So third down at about 9 for the Bulldogs. 5:55 left to go here in the contest. Trailing 35-19 to the Rams.
And all start. The referees are getting the action right now.
My dice the arms after they get done throwing these flags.
Yep.
False start against the Bulldogs. Reset it. Now it's third down.
Pass is incomplete. Complete for number 4, Sam Riggs.
Pass incomplete is number Sam Riggs to the ball. Good defensive play by the Rams.
Yep, nice deflection there. Going to bring up a 4th and about 14, 13. 5:26 remaining. Desperation time here for the Bulldogs. Need to convert this to keep the drive alive.
They at least get the ball to the about
And
the
a timeout.
46-yard line.
Yep. And a timeout for the Bulldogs. And we'll be right back.
All right, we're back. We got about a 4th and 14 for the Bulldogs. Need a first down to keep their hopes alive for this game. Pass is incomplete. At the 10 for Terry Kirkwood. Made an effort trying to jump over 2 defenders to get the ball. It's going to be a turnover on downs. Rams will take over 1st and 10. With 5:19 left to go in the contest. Rams take over 1st and 10 on the Portageville right at the 40-yard line, leading 35-19. And Tyler, I'd be surprised if they throw the ball. We've said that a few times, and they wound up throwing the ball. So lined up in the power eye right now for the Rams. Handoff straight up the middle to Elders. Second gain is about 8 on the play. So 5 minutes to go in the contest. Scott City still leading 35-19.
And chance to get out.
Strabbing on the quarterback keeper, fake handoff, then fake the pitch and decide to keep it.
Yep, he's had some big yardage here in the second half. He's probably broken well over the 100-yard mark for the game, if not for the half.
So just shy of the 10-yard line. We 1st and 10 from about the 11-yard line. 4:30 left to go here in the contest. So now it's going to be offside against the Bulldogs. So now it's going to be 1st and goal for the Rams. So the Rams just trying to move the pile. The Elders first man through there. Yeah, a couple on the play brings up 2nd down and about 1. Handoff. 34 may be a touchdown for the Rams.
And it makes it 41-19. 3:22 remaining. Scott City well in control. And boy, just a very good effort by Scott City. Seems like from that second quarter on, they've been in control, and very, very impressive effort here tonight by the Rams.
Well, the extra point is good by 34, Jimmy May. It makes it 42-19 with 3:22 left to go here in the contest. Scott City leading the Portageville Bulldogs. I think in the third quarter it kind of went back and forth, and Portageville answer with a score, and after that though they never could gain any momentum after that.
Yeah. And it's it started out 13-0, and since then it's been 42-6. So Scott City made some adjustments, and very well made, very well executed from that point on. They've moved the ball off the field, and Portageville's just been stifled. And then when Connor Barham goes out with a hand injury, and it really hurts your offense when your starting quarterback goes out. Even plays defensive back as well. So it happened earlier in this fourth quarter, and Portageville just trying to get through this game and move on to week 7 next week.
They will travel to East Prairie for, it's going to be the Eagles' homecoming next week.
Oh, yeah. So
Portageville's homecoming tonight is not going, definitely not going as they wanted it to. A.J. Hicks on the return. They found some running room.
Big hits along the sideline, 3:14 remaining.
So Portageville takes over 1st and 10 for their own 44-yard line. 3:14 left to go in the contest. Trailing the Scott City Rams 42-19. Crafton looking to throw, there's nowhere to throw, decides to keep it. Gains about 4 on the play. Checking their plays here. 2:40 left to go in the contest. Handoff, Adams. Cuts it back. Cody Ryan on tackle for the Rams is number 22. Kyle Adams tries to get to the outside, nothing there. Decides to cut it back up to the inside. Get a couple yards on the play, brings it up 3rd down and about 2. 2:05 left to go in the contest. Handoff number 1, Andrew Carter. Picks up some yards for the Bulldogs. Nothing with the chains. It's 1st and 10 Portageville in Scott City territory. At the Ram about 41. Crafton at QB. Hand off to Carter. Tries to bounce outside. Nothing happening. Number 11, Spencer Stratton. He's had a big second half this game. Offense and defense, he made several plays. Loss of about 4 on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 14 for the Bulldogs. Just over a minute left to go in the ball game. Just a quick pitch out to Kyle Adams. Kyle's trying to find some running room. Cuts back, still on his feet. Kyle Adams makes a nice run for the Bulldogs. Clock continues to run. 50 seconds left to go in the ball game. Intercepted at the end zone. Is going to be touched back as the ball intended for number 4, Sam Riggs. South City gets the interception.
I guess the 5th interception for the Rams defense tonight. I think that's the case. But that'll pretty much put this one away. 39 seconds remaining. 42-19 score for the Rams. A couple more plays, and this game will be in the books for week number 6 of Missouri high school football. Knee taken.
right.
And that'll do it. That'll take the
Yeah.
game clock under the play clock, so that should do it. And there's your final score, 42-19. The Scott City Rams over the Portageville Bulldogs. Had a really good game early on. The first half very competitive, but as we've mentioned all night long, the second quarter on, the Rams made some adjustments after that first quarter. They were really stagnant in that first quarter, but they answered back with a really good second quarter effort and carried it all the way into the second half here in Portageville, and just finished a strong game. Portageville just unable to get their offense back going after that first quarter, and just too many turnovers. Turn it over to Scott City, and that was the game. And Scott City just came and adjusted well and finished off a great game for the last three quarters.
Yeah, I thought it went well. Like you said, Portageville came out strong. Second quarter, Scott City kind of found their rhythm, and Portageville just never seemed to recover. They had a tough time of Scott City took the deep pass away from them. That was really working early on, that deep pass, and the underneath pass they never could just to really get it going. It had a few plays here and there, but nothing that could really stay strong and really capitalize on any positive plays that the Bulldogs had.
Yeah, that's right. And we're going to wrap it up here from Vic Reeves Athletic Field in Portageville. I'm Tyler Wagner along with Ron Riddle. We'll be back in a couple of weeks as the Portageville Bulldogs host the Hayti Indians. Hayti Indians, one of the best teams, certainly in the Boot Hill, maybe even just the greater southeast Missouri area. And we'll be looking forward to that game. I think it might be in 2 to 3 weeks.
I think it's the next to last week of the season.
Okay, we might be looking 3 weeks down the road for that game. So it'll be a little bit before we're back here in Portageville, but glad you joined us in this live broadcast here on Channel 21 and YHCTV.com, and even a Facebook Live out there for this evening. And we'll look forward to seeing you down the road, and hopefully you'll join us the rest of the way here on YHC. And again, I'm Tyler Wagner, along with Ron Riddle, bringing you this broadcast this evening. Take care, everyone.